buddy Jared is still in Tainan, and I moved to Hualien. I was teaching at a really good school called and I moved, and you can see he sent me an email lamenting a bad air quality day in Tainan. These are the same days. And I responded kind of cruelly with a picture of the beach near my house in Hualien. So blue and gray. So that.
Other one. The one on the right.
On the right?
Look it over your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's backwards.
I like it.
It's upside down. It's upside down. Oh, you start.
Now we've seen it all.
Can you go back about 4 screens?
Just press the arrow to the left, like a million times.
Second screen. So yeah, I live in Hualien. That's a river near my house. That's my daughter. That's Sabina. She's about 4. And 2 months ago, my second daughter was born. She's not. That's not Tia. She was born in October. She was a little alien in that picture. That's about 3 minutes after she was born. So my sleep has been horrendous. I've kept my teaching under control, but my sleep's been horrendous. My second daughter. That should be it. No more daughters. One boy. I lived in Hualien. It reminds me of the American Indian situation. My parents live in New Mexico. They moved from California, so I know the Native American culture pretty well. And it really reminds me of that because Native American kids are alienated just like Aboriginal kids are here. My school is about 30 to 40% Aboriginal, and they are not Han Chinese, not even close. You know, you can tell an Aboriginal girl in 7th grade because she's got tons of makeup on. And they're more into the dance. They come to school for the hip-hop dance. They care about grades, but not like the Han. So it reminds me of and it's the same percentage of population in Taiwan as they are in America. So it really reminds me of that situation. Hualien. And the cultural space, like, kids come right up to your face. You know, like, they always say, like, teacher, I very like you. Never mind that the adverb is wrong, and never mind that, but like, you know, they come right up to your face, they'll smack you in the butt, put their arm around you, and you know, I put up with it, but it's very different. You know, a boy student, even a girl saying I'm handsome, that's in the US that's hands off, right? So a girl will tell her little friend, and it'll come up giggling, and they're like, she thinks you're handsome, you know, it's like, I'm married, it's a little weird, thank you. It happens all the time in my school. The Taiwanese English accent, I love this. Ordering is odoring. This is would. Teacher, I would go, but I can't. They say would instead of would. Perhaps. This one's crazy. This is bugs. We had a chapter on bugs, and they say bugasu. For bugs, they take a 1-syllable word and turn it into 3. So my goal at my school was to really clean up the accent. I really work on the accent without being belittling. Lidl for little. What time is it? Teacher, ein instead of I'm. Finish you. Yes. Instead of yes. Teacher, what's your fasabuka? What? What's your FUV? Thick accent, especially if they're Taiwanese, and their accent's really thick. So my goal is to clean up the. One kid said, teacher, it's rainy katzes and doggers.
Raining like something.
Immaturity, my culture. I mean, in America, if you say the planet Uranus or Uranus, you'll get some giggling. But it's not like in Taiwan, where like 7th grade, 8th grade students are like, if I say bird, and that's a picture of a remake that I used to have. Mushroom or turtle, you know, it's just giggled all over the classroom. Like, I find the boys kind of immature here. I'm the only white guy in the school, so I have to say hello, you know, to everybody. Not just the people I know, but everybody. I don't want to be Jim Morrison. Sometimes I just want to walk, you know, to my room without having to say hello to everybody. I like the idol tree a little bit. It's cool, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood. But I'm always trying to be friendly because I don't want to be unpopular. So I don't need to say hello 100 times coming from one class to my office to pick up my pen if I forgot it. Not necessary. I do like the love sometimes. My co-teachers are awesome. I like my school. It was my 5th year in Taiwan, so I've been on the good end and the bad end. I'm speaking quickly because I'm a little bit nervous. But teachers are great, but I'm in the classroom and I correct the student's pronunciation, and the co-teacher tries to reinforce it, and they just reinforce the bad habit. How do you really break that news to them? I try to be subtle.
Lies.
The cussing is unbelievable. Girls in America will not say F-U-C-K. They won't do it. It's just, I mean, they will, but it's not like you'll see a 7th grade girl just go, God! And straight up in the class, Chinese teacher's there, I'm there, and I'm like, whoa. So, and you tell them not to cuss in English, and it goes to Chinese, and it goes to Taiwanese, and then it actually goes to Aboriginal languages where I am. I don't know that one. I can go to Taiwanese on some of the bad words, but there's a lot of cussing openly at a young age in front of adults. I find that amazing. You have to take it differently. Everybody's vulgar. I was vulgar, but I never said F-U-C-K in front of a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't want to know what happened to me the first week, the introduction that I got at my school, at my village, where I live. I was going to buy something, and I see 2 boys walking, and they say, "Hi, Teacher Rebecca." I'm like, "Hi," and they turn around, they go, "Fuck you." Just like
They
this.
don't really mean
And
it.
I went back to my teacher, and I said it because I don't like that, and it's not a good word. And I thought
Right.
she would, and she says, "No, that's the only English word they know."
It doesn't have the same
She
impact. It's
said,
not.
"That's the only English word they know."
Not all things are equal.
You know,
They're not
I
saying it the
would-
same way that you're thinking that it is, but it's still there. They need to be trained not to.
No, she doesn't.
I run an English club. We did some pumpkin carving. We baked some pizzas, and I'm going to do some Easter egg hunts and decorating, some cultural things in my English club. That's been the highlights outside the classroom. The knives are long. The kitchen's horribly detailed. Like everything's really not in good condition, but they got these like Japanese sword knives. There's like 50 of them. I don't know what it is. These things like will not rust and amazing, self-sharpening knives. So I did pumpkin carving. We made some pretty good pizzas from scratch. These are from scratch. I went to a restaurant supply place, got some crusts, tomato sauce, everything was from scratch. Pretty good. I kept the corn and the shrimps and the peas off. I just did with the mushroom and the mozzarella. Kept it up.
Did they know what it was?
Like the pizzas were pretty good. I like to use funny videos for my hook. I use funny little videos, 2 or 3 minutes long. That's my hook. And I get edgy sometimes. I'm not afraid to show something, I don't go to triple X or anything, but I'm not afraid to be edgy because it gets my students' attention. And let's face it, they're edgy. So I'm not afraid of that. So like the topic was weather. The topic was weather. There should be a video. There's not. This was like a bloopers. It was bloopers on American news. Newscasters doing funny things. About 4 minutes, and a newscaster was giving a forecast and they draw a penis on the board accidentally on the map. Things like that. Or they accidentally say a funny word. Some things like that. Why is it not coming? It won't come up. There's no way to get it.
You want to go to YouTube and find it?
If you want to do that 10-minute break,
Take the mouse
while Rex
So my hook is
fixes everything.
my hook is a funny video. I play that, and I come in with I hand each student a weather forecast in pairs. I like to give hard copies. I'm a social studies teacher, so I like hard copies. So I give students hard copies of things, And then I'll have a little closed dialogue. I'll come around, help them. There's a closed dialogue next. Just check it off. And I have a closed dialogue that the pair can use. And on their forecast, all the vocabulary is there. And they have to come up in pairs and give a forecast. The student does a sentence, the student does a sentence. The adjectives will be written on the board so they can choose from them. And I don't want them to just say hot and cold. For cold, I might give an alternative like chili. Try to expand their vocabulary. Another one was cooking. I took pictures, I laminated them, passed them out. The students had to say how they cook something with different methods. These were just little laminated pictures. This was a dialogue. So these students didn't have partners. They call it school-wide lessons. And this was an example of a good one. Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you today.
I would like to use a computer.
Do you have to go that way, Ron?
I sure do.
There's no one for the computer.
Oh, that's all right.
You need to put your name on this
about 25 times. This is not the first time. He's practiced for several weeks. This is average, I would say, for my school. This is average.
Does it close at that time every day? Is the library open on Saturdays? What time do you?
So we've done different subjects. We're doing library, restaurant, train station, and PE sports will be next semester. Everybody does a dialogue. It's usually 2 students and they film it. I like to show Chinglish in my class. These are the clean ones. In the first week I showed a lot of Chinglish signs. I have the kids translate it. And then I show them what it says in English. I try to get my point across. This is kiwi juice. That's just kiwi. This is where the deformed, to call a handicap deformed. You can get into cultural norms. These are China, obviously, so I know the Chinese is different from China. This is where the deformed man can die. Things like that. And this one is telling the foreigner, the Uyghur, go ahead and do the drunken driving, do it. Do drunken driving. So the one is to die or something, against different laws. Yeah, the deformed man, so it's pretty. So they like the Chinglish, I use that a lot. It's kind of like every day I show one. Some are really dirty. Tongue twisters, I got a Taiwanese guy doing how many chuck can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck. When I show videos, I try to be relevant. Sometimes I show things in Taiwan. So
I can find a video if you want.
that's okay.
We'll watch it later.
Sorry, so.
That's the
That's
answer.
it. That's the end.
It doesn't have video. I'll show it later.
Any questions?
Do we have any questions? Ooh, excellent. Well, that was really cool. I think there's a lot of good insight there. I
Mark,
think it's really important to have, oh, yes.